This is the NordicTrack S22i, and in today's video I'm going to give you my very first impressions of this bike. This is not a building and assembly video. I have a card up here for that, or down in the description box if you want to know how to assemble and build this box. I'm just going to go through and give you my first impression of the components and my very first impressions of this bike. This box is actually unusually heavy compared to most of these other bikes over here though. Oh, I think I see the reason why the box is so heavy. My goodness, look at the size of these wheels on the front to roll this thing around. Look how big they are in comparison to the Peloton Bike Plus front rolly wheels. The 3-pound weights that come with this thing are very unique. This is the back stabilizer bar, and I find it really interesting. They choose to use these plastic feet on their top-end bike, whereas in comparison, most bikes use a rubber foot. And the front also has plastic feet that are surprisingly not adjustable, although I mean, as long as you can adjust those back ones, you should be able to get it stable and level, but the front feet on the NordicTrack S22i are not adjustable. And actually the sister model back there, the Proform Tour de France with the yellow wheel, that also doesn't have the adjustable feet on the front, which is kind of very unique to the NordicTrack and Proform bikes compared to the rest of my bikes. Here's the hardware pack that's included. Also inside the box you get your 1 year of ifit membership for free here on this card, and a user manual. Here's a first look at the saddle. The seat that comes on the NordicTrack S22i is actually fairly firm and narrow, and I like that in a saddle personally. Like I always say, don't listen to me on saddle because everybody's always going to have their own personal preference. But you know, it seems like a pretty good saddle. No springs on the bottom. Seems like it's going to be very stable and firm. Oh no, I just noticed it makes the squishy sound. So if you kind of bounce on the saddle, it makes that noise. Just like the Proform bike. And my goodness, look at the mass of this thing. This thing is massive. So I guess this is the tablet holder. Got these giant cords coming out of there. It'll be interesting to see how this all hooks up. First look at the stem for the handlebars. Looks like there is about this much adjustability between minimum and maximum height. And also it appears that there aren't any holes that you are required to click into. So you will get those micro adjustments on the stem. No, they didn't do this, did they? I can't believe what I'm seeing here. Look at these pedals. These appear to be the same exact pedals that they put on the Proform Tour de France. They cost like 400 bucks. And these are amongst the worst pedals I think I've seen on just about any bike. I can't believe that they gave these, not even clip-in option on these pedals. Cage on one side and just flat pedal on the other side. I really can't believe that on a $2,000 bike they give you these pedals. The good news is you can put any pedals you want on the bike, and I do have pedal recommendations in the description box. Handlebars, wow, these are very thick and nice, very nice material on these handlebars. Yeah, nice place to put your hand on there. They definitely have like an arch down. I hope they come up high enough for me at my tall height of 6'5", but very thick diameter, nice material. Also, you get these buttons up here. So on the left side, you get the incline, decline. Don't love this kind of plasticky, rubbery kind of feel. It's not terrible, but it doesn't feel quite as nice as this very nice rubbery material. Right side over here, you get resistance buttons. Interesting. So I wonder if there's not a resistance knob on this bike. I know the Proform Tour de France CBC has automatic adjusting resistance. I'm sure this one does as well. It'll be interesting to see how that all works out. So of the hand grip positions they do have available, they're very nice. However, it would be a little bit nicer if they had, you know, like another flat adjustment up here, you know, on like the Peloton Bike Plus, I would say that the grip positions on the Peloton Bike Plus are probably a little bit better than this because there's more flexibility. This does come with a pretty massive power brick, 3.5 amps output at 36 volts. So, I mean, probably for increasing and decreasing that incline decline, this thing actually requires pretty substantial power. And this little plastic piece here, not sure what this is for yet. Here it is. Looks like the tablet's in there. NordicTrack Commercial S22i Studio Cycle. Silent magnetic resistance. I really like the look and the texture of this crank cover here. Also, the crank arms look very nice and thick. They look like really high quality. Also, it looks like they would be easy to swap out and change to a different crank arm in case something went wrong. You know, like if you strip the threading, putting the pedal in wrong, or maybe if you just snap the crank arm off because you're so powerful. Ooh, first impressions turning this thing. It feels like a quality machine. Power incline, -10% to 20%. All right. You know, I've seen better adjustment knobs. No, there's no resistance knob. It's just a push to stop. Let's put it together first before I jump to conclusions. Dual water bottle holders up front, made of a plasticky material. Same adjustment knob up here on front. The flywheel actually seems really, really nice. It seems very heavy, thick, robust material. Looks nice. First thoughts on the look of the frame and the flywheel. I'm not really sure which I would pick, you know? Peloton Bike Plus or NordicTrack. I'm about to get on and give you my first impressions, but first I need to build it. All right, got the NordicTrack S22i finally built. If you want to see that build process, I put a card up here or maybe down in the description box, separate video on how to build it, but I'm gonna plug it in right now and give you my very first impressions of the NordicTrack S22i. Very first thing I can really notice about this thing is this saddle, the seat height, goes up ridiculously high, it appears. Like, so if you're a really tall person, this might be a good bike for you. That being said, I am a little bit worried about how low those handlebars are because both are on max height right now. So we'll see how it fits in just a moment. Let's plug it in. Let's just see what happens. Whoa. It's alive. So that incline just started working right away. Wasn't expecting that, so that's kind of neat. I've never had a bike just come to life like that before. All right, ifit. Let's pull this screen cover off here. All right. I can't believe I actually put these pedals on, but I mean, that's what came in the box, so I'm gonna test it as it came. Personally, if I bought a $2,000 bike, I would probably be clipping in. Honestly, I'd be upgrading those pedals right away. Congrats on your new equipment. You made a stellar choice. Actually, I would like to be the one to decide if it's a stellar choice or not. Hot signals in your area. That's me. So first impressions on this touchscreen, it's really big and like the buttons are nice and big, so it's easy to work with. You know, coming off of reviewing this little Echelon over here with the 10.1 inch screen, this screen is like a dream over here. So one of my first observations setting up this screen is the sound, the clicks. It's a very obvious sound system that is pointed. The speakers are pointed back there. So, you know, like on the Peloton Bike Plus, you get those speakers pointed directly at you, and the sound system on the Peloton Bike Plus seems at first glance like it might be better. We'll find out though. So while this thing's setting up, I do have some comparison videos coming soon. Peloton Bike Plus will be put head to head against the NordicTrack S22i. I mean, after all, they are kind of in the same price tier, you know, about $2,000. $2,500. Also, I am going to throw it up against the little sister back there, the Proform Tour de France. I mean, you can buy that thing for $385 at Costco. But how will that stack up against a machine that costs, you know, a lot more money? There was a real quick 36 megabyte download there for an update right away. Real quick while that update's happening, I'd like to point out the stop button here, which is not a resistance knob, is actually orange, whereas in comparison, every other single bike I think I've seen before is all red resistance knobs. So I went ahead and threw on my orange shoes to match the S22i in my first ride here. I'm just gonna get on this bike while everything's on its max setting. So I'm 6'5", and I'm just gonna show you what that looks like when I get on it. I have the feeling that this seat is gonna be too high for me, but let's find out. Oh yeah, too high. Okay, so yeah, I'm 6'5". Inseam is like 34 normally in a pair of jeans. So yeah, max height is too much. Handlebars on max height though. I'm kind of hoping I don't wish they go higher, but we'll find out. So it's on 34. I'm gonna drop it down to like 32. I like the way that these tighten up, by the way. There's no hole to click into, and it feels like secure. So 32, that's probably about right, I'd say 32. Drivetrain feels nice right away. Flywheel feels heavy. Riding position wise, oh man, these handlebars, like, I don't know if I love it. The handlebars are like, it really kind of puts you down in like an aggressive riding position for me. Like I'm tempted to drop the seat down a little bit lower, even though that might kind of compromise my, you know, where I should be on the bike. Drivetrain feels like legit though, like, oh shoot, I didn't tighten up the seat enough. Okay, I got the seat tightened up. I'm just gonna hop on this thing and just play with the resistances and the incline and give you my very first like unfiltered raw impressions of this bike. And then I'll get into the software in my next video. Now I'm a little bit nervous this seat's gonna like just flip out on me again like it just did. So I need to move the seat back a little bit, I think. Just a little bit. I like the way the adjustments work. They work pretty nice and easy. Yeah, okay, so I pulled up manual workout and it has, you can adjust the resistance on the screen from 1 to 24 and you can also adjust the incline from -10 up to 20. So that's kind of neat. Just kind of cranking on the resistance right now. Might as well go to max, right? Very strong max resistance. Let me bump the resistance back down. Let me use the touch screen actually. So the resistance adjusts like pretty quickly on this bike. Let me try this incline feature. Whoa. Oh man, we're going down. Wow, that is interesting. Okay, so it like really changes like the way it works your upper body, like your arms and stuff. Like I have to like really support myself now down here in -10. I put it to 14.5. Okay. So it's like, it's changing the resistance for me, I think. Like stimulating going up a hill. Wow, now I'm like riding a wheelie. This bike is definitely very interesting. Let's see if that max resistance is even higher. So I'm gonna crank, I'm on max incline and going to max resistance. I'm gonna drop it back down to like a flat incline. Oh yeah, so it makes the resistance easier as the incline goes down, even though I didn't change the resistance up here. So like if you want like max resistance, you have to go max resistance and max incline. Yeah. So it gets like way harder when you have the incline on there as well. So, interestingly, when you incline the whole thing, what? Why are you going down? Anyway. Why? Anyway, when you incline to go up a hill, the handlebars come higher. So it kind of makes it more comfortable. For me, like a more upright riding position. Like I like this riding position in the incline. Oh yeah, it's got that fan on there too. So listen to the fan. It is pretty loud, but I mean, you know, it's a fan, what would you expect? Oh, and there's speeds on it too, that you can adjust up here on the screen. Maybe? No. Wait, can you? Auto? I don't know, we'll get into that some other time. Yeah, well, it's nice that it has a fan there though. That's kind of actually beneficial. ifit's a little bit annoying in the sense, like if you stop pedaling, it like always asks you, are you sure you want to keep working out? Do you want to end your workout? Anyway, my battery's about to die on this thing, so I just wanted to give you my very first impressions, but here's what the screen looks like. So you can like adjust the incline and stuff. definitely makes a lot of noise kind of changing the incline. And then the resistance here changes like pretty quickly and smoothly. So I have a lot on my mind about this bike. This is really just kind of like first impressions. Battery's literally flashing red, it's about to die. But I'm gonna be comparing this bike and doing more thorough reviews on this bike. So be sure to stay tuned for my future videos. So let me drop it back down to -10. This bike's kind of fun. I'm looking forward to doing like some scenic rides. Oh yeah, that resistance is like really getting so easy right now. I feel like I'm about to fall forward though. Okay, so yeah, this bike is it's got your metrics up there, like cadence and stuff, obviously, resistance. Oh, here we go again. I stopped pedaling. Got your weights right up there. Handlebar positions. I don't know. I have a lot to say about this bike. Anyway, though, I gotta end this video because the battery's gonna die. So click the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.